Hey guys, welcome to Media Gaming Nation and welcome to vlog episode 1, or what I'm going with is vlogisodes. I don't know if it sounds as good. I've been thinking it sounds good because vlog, episode, vlogisode is what I've come up with so far. So I think it sounds alright, and I said I'm going to think of a better name. That's what I'm going with for now and forever, maybe. So I've written up everything I want to do in this video, and basically I want to cover all sorts. So this is planned to be a weekly thing that I do, and starting as just me talking about all sorts, and sometimes having other people as guests as well. And for now I want to jump straight into the first thing in this episode. Also, all of the content of this episode is listed below in the timestamps, which I'm going to add after finishing. I'll edit those in. So should you want to skip ahead to anything specific that you wish to see right away, you can see it in the timestamps down below. Okay, so without further ado, so far all I have posted on my channel is games. And a few videos of both of the cats, who will make many appearances. However, that is not the only thing I'll be posting on this channel. There are plenty of types of videos in the works, not just game ones. Not to mention I am always open to suggestions and ideas, so feel free to comment those in the comment section below. And okay, I've got a nice cheat sheet here, written all up stuff to cover. Going to be showing some trailers, pictures and whatnot as well, so it'll make it a bit more entertaining than the couple of other videos where it's just me sitting here talking. So I'll go through everything as quick as I can and try and cram in as much as possible. So first thing is wrestling. So wrestling news we were going to go over is I've just watched some more wrestling because it's a Wednesday, and any wrestling fan knows that wrestling is AEW and NXT, but mainly AEW. So lots to cover there, but not too much. So, okay, I'm pretty sure I said wrestling. It was going to be video games first, but I said wrestling, so we'll cover that first. First things first, just watched NXT, really flicked through it mainly. LA Knight, formerly Eli Drake. Oh, also spoilers for mostly everything I talk about. If it's any kind of entertainment media, anything watchable, probably spoilers. So LA Knight is the last person to enter the Eliminator Gauntlet thing next week, I think. They hyped up the pay-per-view, obviously, for the Women's Championship match and the Women's Tag Team Championship match, and obviously for the World Title match, which hopefully Karrion Kross is going to win. So, One Night Stand, not One Night Stand, it was an ECW event. Night 1, so Stand and Deliver, Takeover, Stand and Deliver, NXT on 7th of April and the 8th of April. So Night 1 is going to be Io Shirai versus Raquel Gonzalez with Dakota Kai, of course, and then she looks so different in that picture. Oh, we got MSK against the Grizzled Young Veterans as well. Okay, James and Zach Gibson. Oh, that's Dennis. Sorry, Legado del Fantasma. Is that a three-way tag match? Triple threat tag team match. I was thinking, is this a triple threat tag match? All right. Entrance to be decided. 6-man gauntlet eliminate. Okay, that's why that just happened on NXT then. So that's with Eli Drake, Bronson Reed. all the other people. I don't watch NXT as much as AEW. Walter versus Ciampa. And then night 2 we got Finn Balor versus Karrion Kross. Well, I'm hoping he's going to win. Why is there a picture of her but not of him? He's the main wrestler. Anyway, Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly. And Johnny Gargano versus the winner of the Gauntlet match. Which, I don't know. I hope it'll be LA Knight, but it'll probably be, what's his name? The big dude. Yeah, I can't remember his name. It will hopefully be, I'll tell you in a second. Right, no I won't because his name's not there. Right, and then we got Jordan Devlin versus Santos Escobar. Title for title match to decide who the real Cruiserweight champion is, which was super interesting because obviously any old school, long time wrestling fan who saw Shawn Michaels come out and take the ladder from under the ring and slide it into the ring, obviously knows that he meant settle the score the same way him and Razor Ramon did in the old days and have a ladder match just like they did. I don't think that it was the first ladder match, or at least not in the world, but I think the first ladder match in WWF in the old days, when they had 2 Intercontinental Champions to settle who was the real one of those. So that's going to be interesting. And then we got Impact Rebellion Sunday, April 25th. So we got a little while to wait for that one, quite a few weeks actually. I thought it was an AEW pay-per-view because of the granditude, but no. And just want to check I'm still recording. Am I still recording? Yeah. Anyway, does it actually show all of that when I do that? My account doesn't show my name there. Cool. Anyway, so we got Rich Swann, the Impact World Champion, versus Kenny Omega, the AEW World Champion. And this is what I think is the craziest part of it: title versus title. I don't know if anyone else can recall like 2 big companies in wrestling that actually put their world titles up against each other. Because I mean, WWE haven't thought of this shit, and even if they did, they definitely wouldn't do this shit. Because if you ask me, WWE for a long time like to act like other wrestling companies don't exist. But anyway, title versus title match. I just don't know how that's going to go unless there's going to be some kind of interruption in the match. I can't see one of the company wanting to let their world title go to the other company unless they're going to drop it back to them within a month or something. I don't know. And then you got Finn Juice, David Finlay, Juice Robinson, who recently won the titles off the Good Brothers, have given them their rematch for the titles, and Deonna Purrazzo or Jazz versus the winner of Hardcore Justice. I can't remember who that was. That's good. Yeah, so that should be quite good. It's only 3 matches as well, so. And then we got WrestleMania, which this would be the match I care the least about. I was hoping it was going to be The Rock versus Roman Reigns. I don't know if anyone else had heard that, or if that was much of a rumour. I know he's filming a lot of episodes of The Young Rock, which is pretty entertaining, to be honest. But, okay, we got Night 1, Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair. Looking forward to that match, hoping Bianca whoops Sasha's ass. And then Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. I'm hoping Bobby Lashley wins that one. And then we got Bad Bunny, who I couldn't care less about, to be honest. Don't like that kind of music. And don't care about him. Just don't care. Damien Priest. I like Damien Priest because I've watched his work since ROH. And he was pretty impressive even back then. The Miz, definitely couldn't care less about. I mean, he's definitely respectable. He's done a lot, but not a fan. John Morrison, he's good. I like him. I liked him a lot more when he wasn't in the WWE. Because as soon as he got back to WWE, after all that time had passed and all his accomplishments outside of the company, they just went boom, we're slapping you pretty much straight back where you were before, and we're not really going to give you any opportunity. But maybe that's what he wants, I don't know. But he's world champion caliber, to be honest, and they don't even have him winning any titles. So anyway, the New Day versus AJ Styles and Omos, and I just hope AJ and Omos win that one, most definitely. Heck yeah. And then night 2, we got Roman Reigns versus Edge versus Daniel Bryan. I hope Daniel Bryan wins. That's my opinion on that one. Never been much of a Roman Reigns fan, although I did like the match of him and Daniel Bryan. At the last pay-per-view, Fastlane, felt like it was then ruined by the, oh, we've got to have, you know, some interruption at the end. Can't just have a straight, you know, a clean finish. And then we got The Fiend versus Randy Orton. That might be quite interesting. And we got Big E versus excuse me, Apollo Crews to finish their feud they've been having. Hopefully finish it. You have to excuse my throat. It is the early hours of the morning, and because I couldn't sleep, I thought, sod it, I'm gonna make the video anyway. I got everything set up for this video. Everything all planned out and ready by about 9 o'clock last night, but very loud neighbour is the most polite way I can put it, until about 1:45 in the morning. So I wanted to make the video without as little background noise as I can. Again, you'll have to excuse me. Early hours in the morning. And Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. I forgot about that match. And then we got Riddle versus Sheamus, who I thought already had a match. WWE love repeating the crap out of their matches. Anyway, that is that, and that is that done. Next, we're going to cover. Should we do games? Should we do games? Let's do movies first. Okay, I'm going to do every vlogisode. I'm going to do one good movie that I've seen recently. It doesn't matter if I've seen it or not recently, but just something I've seen that I think is good, and another one that I think's a pile of trash, or at least not good. You know, they'll either be watchable but crap, or they'll be crap, or it'll be good, or really good, or at least watchable, kind of good. So Greenland, which came out on the 7th of August 2020. I didn't know it came out that long ago. So there's that one, and my partner actually told me, oh, it's the guy from 300, the main guy. I was like, what? King Leonardus? And she was like, yeah, the king. I was like, wow, holy shit, so it is. And I didn't realise when I was watching it the whole time until 1 or 2 days later, speaking to my partner and her informing me that yes, that is the king from 300, the main person. And I was like, oh. But it's a good movie. It's one of those doomsday, the disaster movies. You know, end of the world, like human extinction threat level kind of deal. And it's pretty good. I liked it. Had some, you know, really good reviews on Amazon Prime and some really bad ones. And if it's still available on Amazon Prime, I highly recommend it. Especially if you've, you know, not got something to watch and you're in the mood for checking something out. Yeah, give that a shot. And then we go on to my choice for the garbage movie. And anyone who liked it, I'm not sorry to shit on one of your movies that you like. So this movie came out, you'd have thought in 1980, there were better movies coming out in 1984, that's for sure. It came out in 16th December 2020, and I don't think I watched it until January or February, something like that. And the crazy thing is, I really enjoyed the first one. You know, not much bad to say about the first one, mainly just pretty much mainly good things to say about the first one. Thought it was really good, and then thought the complete opposite about the second one. I thought the bad guy in the first one was pretty good. Like, she really had to fight kind of thing. You know, it seemed like there was a real reason for her to, you know, use her action and fighting capabilities and her skill and all that stuff. And then the second one, I mean, it seemed like she needed to as well, but not as much, not in as many scenes. You didn't really see her fight all that much. Like, there was the boring scene in the mall, which is like, oh, look at the stuff she can do against these petty little criminals who don't really matter. And then, you know, before the film takes off. And but again, I said spoilers, just putting out there again. The bad guy, absolute shit, boring, just a, you know, pretty much a puny human being. He gives himself the power of the thing that has all the power because he wishes it to become it instead of making a wish with it. And that once of the few times he gets close to Wonder Woman, does he ever say, or, you know, ever use his powers to want to be as powerful as anyone who ever opposed him? Because then he could have fought her, and there might have been some ideas, but I just didn't think anything of it. Thought it was boring, thought it was stupid, and then at the end, the way she kind of, you know, makes a lot of the bad reverse to not happen by saying, "Oh, everybody, you can hear me. Take back your wish, and it will stop all the bad things happening." And then you kind of see the camera, like, you see all the people saying, "I resent my wish," or I don't think the words resent, but you know, I take back my wish, all that shit, and, you know, oh, things are better now. And it's like, okay, but not everyone in the entire planet would have did that. What about all the people that, you know, thought, fuck that, I'm, you know, keeping my wish? I guess the camera didn't go to those parts in the world, those countries where, you know, they didn't say they take back their wish. Just, I hope they don't make a third one. If you want to watch Wonder Woman, watch the first one. That's my opinion on that. And then we got The Boys, season 3 release date, which is, I thought I found it out earlier by looking. I don't think it's too long. So let's see, yet. There's no confirmed release date. So hopefully, if we don't get it this year, we'll get it next year. I think we'll probably get it next year, but I don't know. No idea, to be honest. But I hope it is this year. But if not, next year, it'll come out before Diablo 4. That's for sure. But we got Homelander. We got Liberty. Or should I say, Aquadude. The Flash ripoff. Super Guy. Bat Wannabe. And I don't know, who would she be? I guess she'd be Storm, because I think she has, yeah, she has like electrical power. So she'd be like a rip-off of Storm, but she doesn't have white hair. I don't know who she'd be ripping off. Maybe the one in X-Men that shoots the fireworks. I don't know, because that's fireworks, not light. She has the power of light, and I think light and electric. No, I think it's just light. But yeah, like Billy Butcher, as he talks, and then Huey. Annie, that's, so there's Homelander, the Deep, that's the Aquaman guy, and A-Train is the Flash one. I think that's, oh, Stormfront, not, she used to be Liberty, but then she's Stormfront, but her backstory is she was Liberty. That's the one that reminds me of the Wonder Woman, and she is, oh, Black Noir is that dude right there. Pretty sure he's still alive. And the Invisible Man dies within the first few episodes, I think. Again, spoilers. Oh, I forgot Simon Pegg was in it. it took me a few episodes of seeing him thinking like, is that just someone who really looks like Simon Pegg, or is that Simon Pegg doing quite a good American accent? And it took me a few episodes, to be honest with you. And then I think I saw it with someone else I saw one episode with someone else one time, and they went, "Oh my god, it's Simon Pegg!" And that's like straight away they said it. Anyway, yeah, and definitely enjoying that show right there. So we got my Netflix right there, and we got this one. I should have really paused it there so it didn't look like I'm going right. We got this one. But it's early in the morning, so forgive me. Get rid of that. We're going to jump straight into games now. And got a few trailers to look at. I want to watch that in a bit. It's that new Dota anime, even though I don't like the game. So, right, Shadow Warrior 3. I did a review for this. I did a reaction thing to the trailer. And it was only the cinematic trailer, not the gameplay trailer. And yeah, I was very like, so this is what I think about it, and I was a bit fidgety on the camera. So hopefully my setup's my setup's definitely better now. I've got a fucking backdrop behind me, provided to me by another lovely YouTuber who is thinking of making content in the future, and who will at some point be on the show with me, doing something I was going to do in this, which is going to be showing off some dragon ornaments, collectibles, like a couple a week, a couple each episode. And then I thought, oh, I'm going to do that with this certain person, this other YouTuber actually, because she also collects dragon ornaments, and I thought that'd be twice the dragon. And you can't beat twice the dragon, except for 3 times the dragon, but it's a lot of dragon. Anyway, before we start dragging on, see what I did there? It's definitely too early in the morning. Right, so initial release date for Shadow Warrior 3, 2021. I'm liking the sound of that. I had a lot of enjoyment out of Shadow Warrior 2. Even completed it on PS4 and PC. And yeah, love the shit out of that game. Got nothing but good stuff to say about that. Super gory and violent, and loads of control over the combat. Good fun stuff, and loads of customizable elements to the game. And this one should be no different. So we're going to jump straight into this right here, and here we go.
Well, howdy, stranger.
Wang, where are you? Can you hear me? Demons, they're trying to break through the gates.
I'll track you down. Who the hell let you out of the circus? I bet that had to hurt. Stay roasted.
Oh, that looks sweet.
Honey, I'm home.
And then there was Diablo 4. Diablo 3, which came out on I think PC, and then not too much longer after. Eventually it came out on PS3 after the PC, and any big time Diablo fan knows that was a letdown, and it did not live up to Diablo 2. But there's also always Path of Exile and Last Epoch. So yeah, Diablo 4. Looking forward to that one because it's supposed to be much more like Diablo 2 and not like Diablo 3. Excusez-moi. And so, I read earlier, does not have a release date, which I already knew, and they're saying possibly 2022, but it's more likely that 23 or 24 will probably be the time when it comes out, which I hope we don't have to wait till 2024, but if it makes it that much better because we have to wait till 2023 instead of them pushing it out early, if 2022 is too early, then fair enough. Just gonna have to do, there'll be lots of things to do for a couple of years until it comes out. I basically felt the same way when I was about 16, and it'd been a few years since I had the Diablo 1 craze, and I was 16, I heard Diablo 2 rumours, and all I kept thinking was, when is it coming out? And it felt like a few years, so it kind of feels the same now. But I mean, there's a lot more variety for everything in the world than there was back then, so it's not a bad thing, it's not always a good thing. Sometimes too much of something doesn't always mean more of a good thing. But there are lots of good games out there, some good movies and shows and whatnot. So we're going to jump straight into the gameplay trailer I found and picked out for Diablo 4.
The dream continues to haunt me, old friend. It always starts with a journey to a distant land. There I find a city in flames.
Oh.
Streets choked with corpses. Unthinkable destruction. I witness senseless slaughter. Brother against brother. Pure hatred. And then, executions, agony, suffering surrounded me until my turn comes. They burn my eyes, break my bones. I awaken in terror. There's no one left to stand against them.
Is that Deckard
Hell
Cain?
is coming, brother. Hell is coming.
So we're looking good for that one. That looks pretty cool. Definitely like the style. It looked like you can switch weapons, or at least with, I guess it'd be the barbarian. He like leaped down with, I think, an axe or sword, and then switched to like dual blading, and then did an earthquake move or something, and then switched to a club. And it also looked at one point they had someone jump off of a horse, so it'd be interesting to see mounts in Diablo 2, rideable mounts. And the druid looks really fun to play as, because I mean, who doesn't want to turn into a giant bear? So anyway, then we got Last Epoch, which is a game that's already out, developed by 11th Hour Games. They're constantly doing updates on the game. Came out April 2019, and yeah, like I say, they're still working on lots of stuff. They're always fixing any bugs that are found. The community's pretty good, and yeah, they're working on pushing out. Excuse me, one itch. They're working out on pushing multiplayer to be available hopefully as soon as possible, because all the players are waiting for that. I haven't played it for a little while, but when I did play it, I was impressed with what I played. And that'll be a game I will cover in a video at some point in the near future. Just quickly to mention, I will be making a mega hack and slash like showcase video, just of a whole horde of hack and slash games. Like the amount of times I know, not just myself only, have typed in like best hack and slash games or best Diablo style games, and watched videos on there, and I thought to myself, I've got tons of those kind of games, and I thought it'd be cool to have a video just showing just a little bit of every one of those games. And I think I made a list of like 50 or something, maybe not that many, but over 30 for sure. So that'll be an upcoming video, which will take me a while to make, because I want to try and make it look quite nice. But let's quickly look into Last Epoch. It's available on Steam. It's not cheap, but it's not really expensive. I can't remember its exact price right now, but you can go there and check it out. It's definitely worth getting before they end up finishing the game completely, to where it's in its beginning state before they work on any DLC or expansions or anything, because I'm pretty sure it'll go up most of the time when the game comes out of early access. The price does go up a bit. So this one's definitely worth getting, where you can get it a little bit cheaper, especially if it's in a sale at some point, if they do like a small percentage off the game. So we're going to jump straight to the gameplay video that I chose for this one. Here we go, let's check it out. And there we go, that's Last Epoch. It's definitely worth it if you're into this kind of games, check it out. Next one and last one for the games, I think. I was going to do a quick showing of Valheim, but I think mostly all gamers, at least on Steam or PC, have heard about that one. and it definitely doesn't need any advertising. So Phantasy Star Online 2 is a open world action RPG game, which another one I haven't played for a little while now, like quite a few months at least. But when I did, I played it quite a lot, to be honest. And it's definitely someone I will go back to in the future at some point. So I heard one of the cats. Wonder what it was. Yeah, really fun game. Definitely recommend this one. Not to mention it's free to play. So you're looking for a free game that's good and you're into these kind of games, definitely give this one a try. So here we go. And it said Xbox right there, but it's PS4, PS3, PS4, Xbox, and PC. I'm walking backwards. Yeah, so those are the games that I wanted to show in some trailers, and let me know what you think of those games, if you played them, what your thoughts are on those, and any games that you are looking forward to playing that aren't out, or any game that I should be checking out. Feel free to leave them recommendations in the comment section. And again, you have to excuse me, I'm part tired almost, kinda, and also part just getting into the flow of going everything through all of the things that I want to cover. And my younger cat has decided to start going choom 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 in and out of the room, which they usually do about this time, especially if I'm still awake. So was that everything? Oh, I was going to show off, okay, I was going to do one segment called console time during every vlogisode, where I would show off a console and talk about it and accessories for it, and also show off my games collection for that console. And I was going to start with my favourite of all time, favourite console ever, the PlayStation 2. So I've got a PlayStation 2 below me, but it's a bit pointless me going, hey look, this is the PS2, because you probably know what one looks like. So instead, I'm just going to show the game collection. I did like a 1-minute video, and we'll have a quick look at that. Here we are. So 2 of those, I think it just went past, Valkyrie Profile and the one next to it, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head right now, are still sealed, haven't even opened them yet. Shadow Hearts from the New World, Valkyrie Profile, so I haven't even opened, like, took the seal, plastic seal off of them yet. Anyway, that's the first row of games at the back. That's the second row that we're seeing now, and then there's that little row at the front there, all the row games on top, which would probably complete the third row, and then there's a stack of games just on the floor below me that I had to take out of the way so you could actually see the second row. And I'm putting those back now because with them in the empty gap you couldn't actually see the back first row. I don't know how many I've got altogether. I've not counted them in a long time, but there's a few. But it is my favourite console. I'll near enough collect any game that's, you know, A, affordable, and B, isn't, I don't know, about something that I wouldn't buy. But yeah, it is by far my largest collection, followed by the PS3, which is possibly my second favourite console, maybe the PlayStation 1. I don't know. As you can see, I've got a fair few PS3 games as well, but just nowhere near as many as the PS2. And that is all of that. Oh, it's playing again. We're going again! Nah, we're not really going again. What's next on the agenda? So, we've covered games. I was thinking I was going to talk about PS5, how the logo's the same, the control pads, meh. The only real issue I remember having was I heard it doesn't have more battery life. That might have been just something talked about before it came out. I also heard people wanted that the mouse trackpad to actually have an LCD screen as well as a trackpad and something that you could click as well, and just have things like, you know, battery life, the time, the date, the game you were playing, or, you know, just stuff like that, which would have been cool. It would have drained the battery even more, but I think at the time when I had someone else say that they'd like this in a video before the PS5 came out, they was like, well, you know, make the battery life longer anyway. And I was also going to cover what do I personally want on there on the PS5, because I thought about this before the PS5 came out, and honestly I've only got a few written down here. I've got a page of a bunch of games written out somewhere else, so I'll just cover the ones I got here. Bloodborne 2, obviously, Dark Souls 4, Dragon Dogma 2, which is hopefully Dragon Dogma 2 comes out one day, or at least Deep Down, if they were to go back to working on Deep Down, because I heard that was cancelled quite some time ago. And yeah, those are some I would like to see. And also, I didn't write this down, but I thought of it, Drakengard 4, who I recently talked about with someone, and he even said that'd be interesting. Yeah, Drakengard 4, as long as it weren't like Drakengard 3, make it like Drakengard 2, and I'd like to see a open world or semi-open world co-op, maybe an MMO, but probably co-op multiplayer game would be even better. That would be awesome. And I'll go into animes next because I got a few pictures to show for that. But quickly, animes I'm currently waiting on or want to see in the future: Castlevania Season 4, Berserk, a new series after the 2017 one, and 7 Deadly Sins Season 4 I think we were waiting for as well. And I still haven't seen One Punch Man Season 2 because I don't know if it's dubbed or not. Anyway, so I'll cover that, and then I think I'll cover future videos in the works that will be coming. I think that's it. So, oh, another thing. I did the Turkish Munchie taste test video. Well, I've got an American snack box. What that was, it was my vape. I've got an American snack box, and I'll be doing that in the near future as well. Opening that up right now, and that will be something to look forward to in the future. What else? Yeah, so we're just gonna have a look at basically some animes I recommend, some animes that I like, and One Punch Man is one of them. It's about a guy who is just a hero for fun. The controversial, funny, crazy thing is the ways of which how he came about his power, which even like the good guys and the bad guys, I think mainly just the bad guys, say, "How did you get so powerful?" And all he says is just training every day. Just, you know, I run 1,000 push-ups, and I do 1,000 push-ups, I run 1,000 miles, or whatever it is, like every day, and that's how I got so strong and fast. Yet, the reason people ask him is obviously because you watch it and you think, no, he's maybe more powerful than Superman, kind of thing. So it's funny and ridiculous. I read somewhere that it's kind of a joke or a funny thing about to do with like Shogun training, how like Shogun samurai would train every single day to become faster and stronger, except obviously it takes it to the extreme with One Punch Man. So yeah, I still haven't seen season 2, like I said. And oh, I heard season 3's coming as well. I can't remember when I read it was coming, but yeah, that'll be interesting. Next one is something I'm waiting on season 3 for, which is Kengan Ashura. And oh, that shit is good shit. I cannot wait for this to come out. Season 3. Really enjoyed season 1 and 2. It focuses so much more on action. If you like action more than story, this is a really good one. But the story is also there. When there's not action, they are kind of focusing more on the story, and then they sometimes focus on the story during the action happening as well. But yeah, just so many cool characters. It's really good, and it's really violent and brutal. And yeah, just boxing, wrestling, martial arts, crazy powers and shit. Yeah, good stuff all around. And the next one I was going to look at, yeah, Tenjo Tenge, which was came out 2004, and basically it was cancelled is the main thing I remember about it. It left things really unwrapped. That's what I read. The manga's still going. However, the anime ended with the story unwrapped. A few things were wrapped, if you ask me. I mean, the guy, again spoilers, who was supposed to be so powerful, he finally gets that crazy sword, which you think makes him more powerful, but then that badass boxer dude ends up taking all of his attacks and then just fighting back and beating the shit out of him. And it's like, oh, whoa, okay. And I remember that scene being pretty cool. And then, like, the very last episode, the last thing I remember happening, which may not be the last thing, however, there was big talk of, like, oh, there's a big tournament going to happen in the school, a big fighting tournament. And I think that was it. So I thought, oh, cool, where's the next, where can I watch the next lot of the anime? And then found out, oh, it was cancelled. So I was like, what? At the time. Yeah. Other than being like, shit. That was a good one. And I remember that dude being my favourite character. I really liked that character above anyone else. He wasn't too cocky, but he wasn't too modest either. And then when he needed to be cocky and serious, like he could be, and his character it grew really well. So yeah, definitely liked that show. Next one. Oh, the next one I was going to do was another thing I'm going to do once every week. It will be one of my favourite anime characters. So this one's not particularly or specifically my favourite anime character ever, but it is most definitely one of my favourites. Even though I'm not a Naruto fan, don't really care for it. One thing I do like from the show is Rock Lee, because he's just cool and super badass and pretty much trains harder than everyone else in a way. And yeah, like I said, don't really follow Naruto. I'm not a fan. Only ever watched the first season, and I know the show's finished now. It's gone on to the spin-off of Naruto's son. But yeah, I mean, how can you not like a complete rip-off version character of Bruce Lee, who does even more insane moves than him or any other human could do? Yeah, totally like that character. And is there anyone else who can open all of the life gates other than Guy Sensei, his trainer and sensei? Let's look at that shit. Look at it. Ah! And for that reason, Rock Lee is one of my favourite anime characters. Like I say, it will be showing one every week. Oh yeah, I was going to do something called a section called Food Corner, where I show a couple of like chocolate bars, cakes, ice cream, snacks, food, just like a few that, you know, to say like, oh, this is some good shit. So the first one is Kinder Cards, and oh, they're tasty. Oh, they're tasty. Give me the cards. Give me the cards. Where the cards? Give me the cards. Again, it's really early in the morning. You'll have to forgive me. So there's that. And I tried these the other day. Kit Kat Zebra, which I think I could taste the dark chocolate more than the white. But they was alright, and they look funky. So Zebra dark and white, there's another one. And these, which I even bought a box of these ages ago, and I haven't had one in a while, to be honest. I might have one tomorrow or later today. They are so tasty. Lindt wafer. If you like Lindt chocolate and you haven't tried these, I highly recommend them. You can get them from Amazon, and they're not too pricey, to be honest. So yeah, that is that, and I think that's everything. I know I'm going to end the recording and think, oh fuck, but I don't know, maybe not. Alright, future videos in the works. Chat and Collect. I don't know if that was that a name I came up with? Basically, I was going to go over the it was going to be a show where I will show off a collection of mine based on a certain subject or product, and chat to you all about it, basically via live stream, so live on YouTube or maybe Twitch. So that was something I was thinking of doing. I'll also be doing this something like every 2 weeks, sometimes every 3 weeks, depending on my schedule and depending on, you know, what I'm up to in my life. So hopefully it will get more interesting. I'll cover more things. Also, let me know if you'd like me to add any kind of like upcoming movie trailers, kind of like things like that. That might be something I could do. Other than that, I think there was one other thing I was going to cover. I don't think I mentioned the cancelled TV shows. My partner, who is also a YouTube creator, or a YouTuber, who should be making more videos in the near future as well. Something I've talked about with her, and would be interested to do a cancelled TV shows. So I'm sure you can think up one yourself, more than likely. Basically, TV shows that got cancelled which shouldn't have been cancelled, or they should bring back before it's too late. Before it's too late! So, yeah, that's something me and her are going to do. We're also going to do a film review of like horror, supernatural, scary movies, where we review one each per episode and give our thoughts on it, and look at some clips and stuff like that. I think that is everything. I've even got a little cheat sheet note here. Welcome to Media Gaming Nation. Today's first ever. I was going to talk about the movies Tag, which is a good movie, the Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge movie, Polaroid. Recommend all of those. One's comedy, one's action, one's supernatural, scary film. TV shows I was going to talk about was The Good Place and Upload. I could do these in another episode. So yeah, I might start covering Facebook games and mobile games? Probably not. Maybe the odd mobile game here and there. Like the newest Turtles game on mobile. Totally add me on that shit. Not add me, but join my clan, because I don't really have anyone in it. It's called TMNT 213, I think. Anyway, so thanks for watching. I think that is everything. I just noticed a kitty cat in the background. Hello. Oh, it's because there's another kitty. I wonder why she shot round and looked like, what you looking at? Do not go for her tail. That's it. Run. Run while you can. I think that's everything. So, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Any sort of tips, improvements, ideas, criticism, open to everything. Stay safe out there. Lots more subjects to talk about and cover, and things to check out in the future. All that good stuff. And I'll see you next time. Until then, stay cool.